Hey, how's it going, kids? This is Dr. Callahan with Week 3 Friday. How are you guys doing? So I hope everything went well with the sub, especially if you were in person on Thursday, because I wasn't there on Thursday, but you definitely had your lessons online for the hybrid people. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and see where we are at. Pause the video and answer the following 3 questions.
I'll bring the other parts. Here it is. Here's a tablet.
All right, let's go ahead and add your class so that way you have this available. So let's go to assignment. I'm on the video, stop. Let's go ahead and take a look at the assignment. Go ahead and create it. So this is going to be for week 3 Friday, Algebra 1, Semester 2. And today our topic is going to be on, we're going to go ahead and talk about graphing absolute values. So transformations. Transformation of absolute values. Equations. Your instruction is to go ahead and watch a video for today. Make sure you guys complete your guided notes. It should be equivalent of 50 minutes of instructions. Your YouTube channel link is right here along with your Google Doc. And of course, if you need a hard copy, it is outside of my classroom. And this is due by 3 p.m. the day that's assigned, which is Friday. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your guided notes for today. So your guided notes look something like this, which is going to follow along with the notes for today. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste this as an attachment to the algebra lesson. And there are 2 pages here. That's the first one. This is our notes. We're going to go over 6 different equations. And then the second one is going to be right over here. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and proceed forward and get started with today's lesson. Okay, so course request is starting. So it's basically asking you what classes you would like to go into for next semester. Some of you guys probably will just go into regular geometry, but I know there are some students who want to get an honors diploma, in which case I will put you into a formal geometry. So I have already done that on Infinite Campus. If you're absolutely adamant about getting honors diploma and you need to get into formals class, please keep in mind that you need to let me know that you're interested in going to formal, so that way we can put you in the correct class. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the breakdown for today then. This is your breakdown for today. We're going to have a honeycomb at the very end, So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for number 1 of your graph, okay, you need to go ahead and write down y equals x and y equals absolute value of x. So with y equals x, it's just simply a straight line. With y equals absolute value of x, it's in shape of a V. So make sure you pause the video and copy this part down for number 1. Okay, we're gonna move on to number 2. So that's where you need to go ahead and compare it to. This is where you are. Your notes right here. Make sure you go ahead and answer what do you notice about the difference about the graph of y equals absolute value of x and y equals x. And then make sure you write it down right here where it is in blue. All right, we're going to get on to question number 2 right here.
I'm done.
All right, so right here you should have y as equal to absolute value of x plus 2, y equals absolute value of x, and make sure you graph it. Go ahead and write down in your notes what is the difference between the two. All right, moving on to number 3, you guys. Here we go. All right, so over here for question number 3, you have 2 different equations. Your 2 equations are y equals absolute value of x minus 3 versus y equals absolute value of x. Make sure you draw the graph, and then right here, tell me what do you notice as a difference. All right, I'm gonna go on to number 4. Here we go. All right, so looking at this right here for number 4, y equals the absolute x minus 2 versus y equals the absolute value of x. Make sure you draw the graph over here and then describe to me what do you notice the difference between the two graphs. You should have on this one, your x is always going to be right here in the v, okay? So the difference is that with this one, it's always going to be 2 spots or 2 units to the right. So 1, 2, and that's what you should be describing. All right, let's go on to number 5, you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this part. Notice the differences here, okay? When you have the numbers on the outside, numbers on the inside versus numbers in the front, okay? You should realize that the numbers on the outside is going to make the determination whether your graph's going to go up or down. If the numbers on the inside, it's going to be the opposite. So if it's a positive number, you go to the left. If it's a negative number, you go to the right. And then also if the numbers in front, this tells you whether the shape of the V is going to be a skinny versus a fatter shape. So if it's bigger than 1, like V is bigger than 1, it is going to be a skinny V, okay? But if it is going to be a smaller than 1, like in this case, it's smaller than 1, like 1/2, it's going to be a wider shape V. And then also if there's a negative in front of it, it's upside down. All right, let's continue. I'm going to have you guys go on to the next part, which is going to be for number 6. Hold on. All right, you guys, make sure you have copied that down for question number 5 or question number 6, whichever number we are in. All right, next one. All right, you guys, you should have had all 6 of them graphed together. So that should be completed. So your last one is right here, and you should have that last one completed. So all 6 of them should be done. All right, now to practice with your skills on this, turn over to this page right here. So here I have a honeycomb of absolute value. And what I want you guys to do is you are to go ahead and answer the following question. The parent function is this, graph it. And you're going to go ahead and graph that on this empty template right there that you have in front of you. Then you're going to go ahead and answer the next question, which is right here. If this is a standard equation, create your own function and graph it, which means you just put in the numbers for h and x and a, and then you're just going to go ahead and graph it right there for a blank template. Then go on to this one, solve for x. Now I'm going to help you guys out a little bit with this one. First thing I'm going to do is you're going to add 1 on both sides. So you have 2x plus 3 equals 5. That cancels, right? Then you're going to split it into 2 different equations. Your first equation is 2x plus 3 equals 5, like nothing changed. But your second equation is 2x plus 3 equals a negative 5, because one's a positive, one's a negative. Minus a 3 on both sides. 2x equals 2 minus 3 is a 2, or 5 minus 3 equals a 2. 2x, negative 3, negative 5 is a negative 8. Next, you're going to divide it by 2 on both sides. X equals 1 is your first answer. X equals negative 4 is your second answer. So make sure you show this in this area. Okay, next one is, what topic, Unit 6, do you struggle the most with? How do you plan on studying this for the assessment? And you can just go and give me your answer right there. All right, now that I went over the more difficult question here, I want you guys to do this one here and solve it. Just keep in mind that you're going to have to separate it. So x minus 8 equals a positive 13. X minus 8 equals a negative 13. Go ahead and solve it and show your answer right there. Okay, so we're to the last part of this, and the last part is asking you to shift the parent function 3 up and 2 to the left. Graph this and write the equation. Well, I can tell you right now that y equals x. If it is 2 to the left, it's a positive 2. If it's a shift 3 up, it's a plus 3. So this is your equation. Now, go ahead and graph it right there. All right, you guys, you should be done with this. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next activity. So for you guys, it is going to be on this page right here. You do have some things that you can practice with. I want you to take these 6 questions here, and I want you to go ahead and graph them. And while you're doing that, I want you to tell me, predict the transformation, how the graph will change of the parent function. So go ahead and do that. All right, as always, you guys stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.